Almost 5,000 years ago in India, there was a boy whose name was Eklavya. His father was the tribal chief of the kingdom of Hastinapur. Eklavya was a very brave boy and was always honest and fair. Everyone who knew him loved him even though he was not a happy boy. Soon his father noticed that something was bothering Eklavya. He would find his son lost deep in thoughts. One day he asked his son,
Eklavya, why are you unhappy? Are you not interested in hunting? Why don't you go with your friends and enjoy?
Eklavya was quiet for a while and then he said,
Father, I want to be an archer and I want to be tutored by the great archery tutor of Hastinapur, Dronacharya. His Gurukul is a place of magic where he teaches simple boys like me and soon transforms them into brave warriors.
Eklavya's father was worried. He knew what his son dreamt of becoming a warrior would not be easy. He loved his son dearly and did not want to refuse his wish. So he blessed his son to be successful and sent Eklavya to the Gurukul to learn from Dronacharya. Eklavya set out for the Gurukul and soon reached the place in the forest where Dronacharya was teaching archery to the princess of the kingdom of Hastinapur. In those days, a Gurukul was the most sacred place of learning. There were no schools or colleges like today, and a Gurukul was the place where the teachers and the disciples lived together. As Eklavya reached the Gurukul, he could see a few huts and yards that were meant for archery. Dronacharya's disciples were practicing archery inside the yard. Eklavya was spellbound at the sight, but he was looking around for Dronacharya.
Where could the teacher be? Would he be able to meet the best archer in the kingdom finally?
Thought Eklavya. Suddenly he spotted Dronacharya, who was standing near a tree giving instructions to one of his disciples. The disciple was Prince Arjuna, the third prince of Pandava.
Eklavya headed towards Dronacharya, and once there he bowed down to the teacher. Dronacharya was very surprised to see a young boy at Gurukul. He asked him,
Who are you?
Eklavya replied,
I am Eklavya and I am the son of tribal chief. I have come here to learn from you. So please accept me as your student and teach me how to be a master of archery. But Dronacharya was not impressed. Eklavya, he said,
If you are the son of a tribal chief, if means you are from the Shudra caste, it is the lowest caste of human. I am a Brahmin, and as I am of the highest caste, I cannot teach you, who is of the lowest caste.
Hearing this, Prince Arjuna said,
He is a royal teacher. The king himself has appointed him as our guru to train those who are born in the royal family, like kings and princes, not Shudras like you. How could you even dare come inside the Gurukul?
Arjuna was angry because Eklavya had disturbed his practice, so he shouted at the boy.
Eklavya was shocked at Arjuna's behavior. As the son of a tribal chief, he had never insulted anyone of lower status than himself. He looked to Dronacharya, expecting some words of encouragement from him, but he remained silent and refused to speak. He made it very clear that he did not want to teach Eklavya, a Shudra boy. He left the place with a broken heart. But it could not shatter his ambition to learn archery.
He was still determined to learn archery.
I might be a Shudra, but does it make any difference? I am as strong and zealous as Drona's disciples. If I practice the art every day, I can surely become an archer.
Eklavya reached his own forest and took some mud from a nearby river. He made a statue of Dronacharya and placed it in an open space.
Eklavya did this because he faithfully believed that if he practiced before his guru, he would become an able archer. Though his guru shunned him, he still held him in high esteem and thought of him as his guru.
One day, while Eklavya was practicing, he heard a dog barking. At first, the boy ignored the dog, but the continuous disturbance in his practice and went towards the place where the dog was barking. Eklavya shot 7 arrows in rapid succession to fill the dog's mouth without injuring it. As a result, it roamed the forest with its mouth open.
When the Pandav princess and Dronacharya saw the dog, they were amazed and started searching for the person who had done this feat. They soon reached Eklavya. "Your aim is truly remarkable." Drona praised Eklavya and asked, "From whom did you learn archery?" Eklavya was thrilled to hear Drona praising him and replied, "You are my teacher. I have learned from you." "How can I be your guru? I have never seen you before." Drona exclaimed in surprise, but all of a sudden he remembered something. He remembered about an eager boy who had visited his Gurukul a few years ago. "Now I remembered," said Drona. "Are you not the same tribal boy whom I refused admission in my Gurukul some years back?" "Yes, Dronacharya," replied Eklavya. "After I left your Gurukul, I came home and I made a statue like you and worshipped it every day. I practiced before the statue. You refused to teach me, but your statue did not. Thanks to it, I have become a good archer." Hearing this, Arjun became angry. "But you promised that you make me the best archer in the world," he said to Drona. "Now how can that be? Now a common hunter has become better than me?" Unable to answer Arjuna's questions, Drona remained silent. The sage too was upset that his promise to Prince Arjuna was not going to be fulfilled. So the sage planned to punish Eklavya. "If you consider me your teacher, you have to give me Guru Dakshina," said Drona. Eklavya was extremely happy and asked what his teacher wanted. "Give me the thumb of your right hand as Guru Dakshina," said Drona. For a moment, Eklavya stood silent. Without his thumb, he could never shoot arrows again. But the teacher must be satisfied. "Okay, Gurudev, as you wish," said Eklavya. Then, without the slightest hesitation, Eklavya drew out his knife and cut his thumb. "Here is my Guru Dakshina, Gurudev," Eklavya said. "I am happy that you have made me your disciple." The teacher was touched. He blessed the boy that even though he did not have a thumb, he would be able to shoot, and the world would know him as a greater archer than Arjuna.
And true to Drona's blessing, Eklavya is still praised as the most loyal and brave student in the epic of Mahabharata.